I was watching American Pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good. I'll tell you about it in a sec.
Okay.
I'll do it on the pod, yeah.
Don't talk to me at all until you're going to talk to me on the pod.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fix the World podcast. My name's Sam Avery and I'm here with Katie Tracey.
Hi, welcome to Fix the World. I'm going to make that catch on at some point.
Make it a better place. And that's what we're trying to do every week. We fix a problem. Not this week. We're just going to chat shit this week. But
freestyling.
We just tried to have a conversation before we started. I don't know. It's like you're having a breakdown.
Yeah.
We used to have I tried to have a conversation with you just before we press record. You went, just tell me on the podcast. I was like, all right. So what I wanted to tell, something I wanted to tell you, but I forgot what it was.
It was about American Pie, the film.
Oh, American Pie. So you were talking about The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
You've got a very nice little gift for all our viewers, haven't you? In a second, little recap on something we were talking about last week.
You might like it, you might not.
Which is based on something from The Sound of Music. But you were talking about, you said you're too old to play.
Well, yeah, I've been listening to the soundtrack of The Sound of Music a lot in my car lately. I'd like to have car concerts, if regular listeners will know this. And whilst I am now, I'm too old to play Maria. I'm definitely too old to play any of the Von Trapp kids. I'm probably the right age to play Mother Superior or Captain Von Trapp.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Isn't that really depressing? When it's something that's been in your life that long?
Yeah, it's like when you see a 16-year-old make his debut for Liverpool and you're like...
Oh, it's horrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, because doctors are getting younger, policemen are getting younger, old people are getting younger. Old people, I look at 70-year-olds and go, that's a fair age to be, it's not too bad. But American Pie was on about, and again, this is about 10 years ago now, watching American Pie for the first time in forever.
I'm too old to even play the pie.
I'm too old.
To be a hot pie.
I could maybe be a bit
I could be a hot pie.
I used to be a hot pie. Look at me now. I'm just leftovers.
I'm a vol-au-vent, a dried up vol-au-vent. Yorkshire pudding.
I'm that bit of gravy that you can't get out of the bottom of the jug that's all congealed over.
Persistent.
Sorry,
go on.
You call it git. I call it gip.
Yeah.
I was telling Rachel about that yesterday. I said chicken gip or git. American Pie's on, and I haven't seen it for ages. And when I first watched that film, I reckon I was 20. So I'm looking at Jim, the main character, the guy who shakes the pie, Jim. And I'm thinking, well, I empathise with his plight, even though he's 16. I'm 20, so I can put myself in his shoes. And then about 10 years ago, I'm watching it, and he's having that really awkward conversation with his dad, Eugene Levy, the legend Eugene Levy.
Love him.
And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, I think I probably empathise with the dad a bit more. I didn't even have kids at that point. Now, if that came on, forget about it.
Can I just say, please don't go up to random teenagers explaining what to do when you need a million ways.
Well, son. He's brilliant in those films, though, and he's brilliant in everything. Eugene Levy.
I know you have adult magazines, son. Get away from me, or I'm telling the bus driver.
That dates that film horribly, doesn't it? Adult magazines.
Blech.
Adult magazines now. If you'd said that to me, I'd think more. Take a break.
Now I think Good Housekeeping and BBC Good Homes. They're adult magazines.
I love a niche magazine. I could sit and read a niche magazine about a subject that I've got no interest in.
There's a great one called Psychologies. I feel like we should do an episode where we just read it.
Psychologies?
Or Spirit and Destiny.
Oh,
they're good.
It's all about that.
Feel right into the psychic.
Yes. We could become psychics. Easy.
We are.
Sidekicks. We could be the psychic sidekicks.
I'm obsessed with psychics. I've been to a few psychics and...
Do you believe in them?
Spiritualists.
Do you believe in them?
No, but I want to believe.
Oh, I want to believe.
I really want to believe. The truth is out there. But like when I've been, it's so generic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember when Derek Okora used to be on the radio, and this he'd say stuff like, "Oh, I've got someone coming through. Is it Bill, Billy, William, Will? Oh, but that would be me. Oh no, is it Betty, Elizabeth?" Lily, Bet. Oh, that would be me second cousin 3 times removed, Pete. Elizabeth. Yeah, she's here now. Oh, I can see her clutching her chest before she passed. Just before she passed, she was clutching her chest. Heart problems. Yeah, like a heart fucking stop. That's how she died, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Which is how everyone dies in the end.
She's saying to me something here. She's saying to me, have you done some decorations lately in the
Oh my
house?
God.
And this woman's going, oh, yeah, we've just decorated the front room. She's saying she loves, she's smiling. She's saying she loves what you've done with it.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, where's the hidden money? Please ask her that. Thank you.
Or tell us about the future horse racing that we can bet on and make loads of money.
But I know some people who reckon they've got the gift, and on one occasion it's been proven that there's no way this woman could have known what she said.
But surely at some point you've got to guess right. At some point.
Right, so this
How
woman
specific was it?
went up to this other woman in the pub, right, and looked at her husband and went, "Yous have been married twice to each other and nobody knew."
That's weird.
Nobody knew. Because they'd eloped when they were dead young, and nobody knew. And like, then because the family was against the two of them being together, and then as the years passed, the family sort of went, "So no, you've got our blessing," and then they got married again. But for everybody else, it was the first time. Nobody knew this.
Oh wow!
And she was just like, "There's no way she could have known this." It's
that's
amazing.
cool. That's cool.
So,
I'm sure there are people out there who do have something, because I want to believe, but I just know that the vast majority of the ones who certainly do it professionally and do it on a high level are just full of shit. Like,
has anything spooky ever happened to you?
Not really. No, nothing really spooky. I had a gypsy try and give me a flower once, and I just said no thanks, and that was the end of it. Because it was a Heather, lucky Heather. I think that was the end of it, really. I've been to like a psychic night once in a pub, and it was
and then they disappeared.
The puff of smoke.
I've been to psychic nights, and they just make me feel sad.
Yeah, because ultimately they're full of people who just are desperate for contact with lost loved ones, which is really sad, and I can understand that. But these people who like, there's people in America who have earpieces in, isn't there? And like,
Long Island psychic.
Yeah.
I was at a psychic night in the pub. A lot of my stories revolve around me being in the pub.
Yeah.
Because I'm an alcoholic, guys.
That's weird.
But anyway, we were in the psychic night in the pub, and I just went out of curiosity. I wasn't expecting or hoping to get in touch with anybody, because, I just think that's not possible. I'm a science person. So anyway, there was this, you could tell there was, and it made me feel, because there's lots of people there who lost people, and you could tell they go to these things all the time.
Desperate.
And they were desperate to make contact. So this woman goes, she goes, "Is there a Kath, a Katie, a Kate?" And this woman went, and my sister-in-law's going, "Put your hands up." I'm going, "It won't be me." So she went, "Put your hands up," put my hands up, and I went, "I'm Kate," and she went, "No, it's not you." And I was like, yeah, because she could tell I didn't believe her. And then this woman went, and she went, "I've got someone coming through." She went, it's a young man. And the woman just fed her it. She went, "Oh, that'll be my brother." And she went to the girl, "He killed himself, didn't he?" Like, for a woman my age, whose brother has passed, and the biggest killer of men between 21 and 45, the suicide, it's just, she fed it that.
Yeah.
And the woman just like broke down.
Oh.
And then the psychic went to her, and instead she went, "Did he hang?"
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She didn't just say it right. If anyone's not watching this on YouTube, she mimed like a piece of rope around his neck and tipped it head to one side and went, "Did he hang?"
That's
like
horrific.
That. And this woman just was sobbing, and she went, "He's at peace now." And that was it. That was all that poor woman got out of it. And I was I got up and walked out. I was so disgusted.
Yeah, those people need a dig.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking assholes, and they're just preying on like the needs of really vulnerable people. That's horrible. You know what I would like to see from a psychic? I would like to see when they get in touch with a dead relative, for instance. They say, "Oh, your Uncle John. Is it your Uncle John?" You go, "Yeah, John. John's here." And you're thinking, John was a knobhead. And instead of John saying, "Oh, he likes your wallpaper, he likes what you've done," it's like, if they could capture the essence of John, going, "John says you owe him 20 quid. That'd be good, wouldn't it? John says you should leave her. She's cheating on you. She's no good for you. She's a gold digger."
John said, "Remember when you always used to piss the beds when you were little?"
John said, "I hope you still haven't told anyone about our little secrets." Oh, that is me Uncle John.
Oh yeah, he's not in heaven.
I
that's
killed
for sure.
him. Yeah, he's in Broadmoor. No, that's a hospital. Is that a hospital, or is that a prison?
Well, I think it was both.
I've got Jimmy Savile in my head because I was talking about that sort of thing.
I think it was like people who had, I think if they had like
problems,
right.
They
got sent to Broadmoor instead of prison.
Okay. I don't know enough about it to to delve deep into it.
But
that's
no
what
Jimmy Savile had the key.
he had the key. He had the key to a lot of things, didn't he? They're making a film out of him, aren't they? Or the TV show Steve Coogan's playing Jimmy Savile. Have you seen some pictures of him?
It's chilling.
It's absolutely terrifying. Also because he does such a good Jimmy Savile impression, but in a comedy way. I think.
Did you ever write to Jim Will Fix It?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What did you write for?
I wanted to milk a cow blindfold. No, I didn't. It was. No, it was. That's an old joke.
Uncle Joe let you do that, didn't he?
I did. This is. Never mind, fix the world. I think I need fixing. The thing I asked him to do is if I could I'd go and visit the Beano and Dandy offices.
Oh,
because I used to get the Beano and Dandy delivered to me.
I used to get them.
Yeah,
Was you in the Dennis and Menace fan club?
No, but I was in Roy of the Rovers once. Oh, it wasn't the fan club. I wasn't the fan
Did
club.
Did you have the Nasher badge?
I had my Nasher hairy badge.
Yeah,
hairy Nasher.
Your hairy badge.
Look at that hairy Nasher.
Do you like my hairy badge? Can't say that nowadays.
Yeah, and then I was in the Desperate Dan club, and you got like a Desperate Dan pin, and like what was it? It used to be cow pies.
Yeah.
Cow pies.
Cow pie.
Sounded far too close to cow puff for my liking.
So you wrote for that?
He never got back to me. I think the pictures I sent him weren't attractive enough. Possibly.
So my mum knew Jimmy Savile was a pervert, right? Because before she had me, she went to Jersey with her friends on holiday. She was about 17. And they were outside. He was always in Jersey, and she said he was sat outside this cafe.
He was always in Jersey, was he?
He had a house there, I think.
Did he?
So she said he was sat outside this cafe, it was roasting, and she said there was all these mums just all like knitting and chatting and having a cup of tea, and all these like really, really young like kids, girls and boys like sat on his knee, and he was like very inappropriate. And she said even then me and my mate were like, he's weird. I mean, he's a dirty old man. Because that in those days you didn't go,
that was what you
I think someone needs to call the police because he's probably a paedophile. People go, stay away from him, he's funny, or stay away from him, he's a dirty old man.
Yeah.
And she said at the time I knew. But then as I got older and I was like, I'm going to write to Jim or fix it. And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, well, looking back, well, you knew he was a pervert.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to go on a cherry picker. So.
Well, you know,
it swings and roundabouts, innit?
Yeah, you've got to make sacrifices in one area.
Sometimes you have to put up with the risk to get the reward.
Is the squeeze worth is the juice worth the squeeze? Is that what they say? I got that wrong. Is the squeeze worth the punishment?
Anyway, he never got me on a cherry picker.
Good. I'm glad to hear
Fortunately.
that. Yeah, that you could have been in the new.
But it's not a therapy couldn't have cured, and I would have still got to go on a cherry picker.
Cherry pickers are everywhere. You could probably just write to like a local.
Oh, I know Sam's mate works for some, I don't know, places that have big giant cherry pickers. And when the races are on, at Aintree, they just take one to his house and I'll just take a crate of lager up in it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Watch the races.
I'm sure that's dead safe as well.
I'm sure it's dead safe and very comfortable when you need a piss.
Oh, Jesus, you'd have to put the whole thing down, wouldn't you? Or just piss off the top.
Oh my God, raining a little bit.
Oh my God, yellow rain again. What's going on? Yeah, the Beano and the Dandy, though, I was obsessed with. And then I sort of gravitated towards Roy of the Rovers, which was the football one. And then you could write in. There was a feature every week on the letters page called Make Me a Rover. And what you did is you took a picture of yourself, you cut the head out, and you sent the head, just the picture of your head.
Oh, and then the artist to draw you on the shoulders of a player.
Yeah, like you were playing for Melchester Rovers, which was Roy Race's team. And I sent it in when I was 8, and they printed it when I was 12. And I got fucking ripped in school. Make me a rover. But they sent me a tenner, which actually was a lot of money in 1994 or whatever. 1992 when I was 12.
Have you still got the magazine?
I've got it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's in my mum's, Make me a rover. And it said, Sam from Liverpool wanted to be a rover and wanted his dad to see him in the Melchester
Been sat on the bench for 4 years.
Yeah. He started in the youth team. He's now in the vets.
In a horrible twist of fate and some really sardonic wit from the arts department, we decided to wait till he was 12 in senior school and put him in there.
We've just heard that his balls have dropped, so here's a picture of him when he was 8.
I liked Minnie the Minx.
Yeah.
And I used to feel a bit sorry for Walter the Softie.
Well, yeah.
It encouraged bullying.
It did a little bit. And he was the villain, wasn't he? So I don't know if he was...
Well, yeah, he was Jacob Rees-Mogg, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. He was seen as like the antagonist, but I never once laughed out loud at the Beano or the Dandy.
No,
ever. And I never even used to go, that's funny. I just used to read it. It was just light. And then when I was about 14, someone in school got Viz.
Oh, Viz.
We started reading that. And that just used to make me piss myself. Like, that was dead
the
funny.
letters page and the top tips.
God.
The best.
They're still dead funny.
Yeah, Kevin Caswell-Jones still gets letters printed in the
Does
Viz.
he? Does he? Yeah. Steve Porter does as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to all those guys listening. But yeah, I just, but I think, I don't know if comics have changed. Like kids' comics, the Beano's still going, isn't it? The Dandy.
They've all got like, every time you get a kid's comic, it comes with a free gift or like some bits of like ocean filling plastic.
Yeah.
And like, we'd say, it's not the same. It's not the same.
A lot of them are like just dead thick with all the shite that's free, yeah. It was a real like rarity when you got free stuff in the Beano back in the day, and it'd be some stickers.
Or like a kazoo.
Or Scratch and Sniff we got once for Going Live that was on a Saturday morning.
I remember going live with Philip Schofield. Oh, don't talk to me about him. Can't bear him.
Everyone's favourite Tory.
Yeah.
I've got something to confide in you.
And you.
Confide with you about. Is that, have I said that right?
Confide in me.
Was that Kylie?
He's confiding in everybody now.
That's when Kylie went sexy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to bring this up on air because I do believe that you may want to discontinue this podcast after I tell you what I tell you.
Oh my God.
Full disclosure.
Brace yourself.
This is a Philip Schofield type moment, but more bombshelly. No. So I was in the car and I had the radio on because my phone battery had died, so I couldn't listen to Spotify. So I had the radio on. It was Radio 2 because it's my wife's car and there's no DAB radio, so I couldn't have 6 music on. So I had Radio 2.
I like the way you to do that thing where you go, I would normally be... I'm hipster.
I would normally have a little bit of Radio 3 extra. You know, I like opera, but not the mainstream opera. I like off-the-shelf crazy stuff. But anyway, Radio 2 I never listened to because I don't particularly like it. It's very, very middle of the road for me. And a song came on. I thought, this song's great. This song is great. I love this song. Who's this song by? And it was by Ed Sheeran.
Oh, no.
It's the new Ed Sheeran song.
This podcast is over. This is the last episode. I cannot and will not work in this environment.
This is abusive.
# me too. My mouth's watering so much, like just before you vomit. That's how I feel like.
Oh God. It's not like I'm trying to force my Ed Sheeran ness on you.
No,
it's
I know. It's a shameful thing to admit. It's shameful.
But the disclosure is, I didn't know it was Ed Sheeran when I started, knee tapping and foot tapping and just going, this is this crazy fresh track. Who's this youngster who's put this together? This must be one of those new beat combos I've read about in the New Musical Express.
I bet they're top of the hit parade.
I say, when they're on Top of the Pops next week, I shall jolly well watch it.
What musical acts make you want to punch the radio?
The Lighthouse Family and them people, because they are so dull. And in a way, that's probably why the Lighthouse Family are used for so many companies' hold music, because they don't instigate a reaction, but that's why they do. Because they are so bland. That
key that he sings in is not a musical key. It's neither here nor there. It's like white noise.
It's like a thing that
it's like la 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 la. Have you heard a brown noise?
Yeah, I have. We explain what it is.
So white noise is just like the general noisiness of life that you can fade out of your Or like, when your telly goes and you go, that's it, isn't it? Well, brown noise is a noise that if you listen to it for long enough, it makes you shit yourself.
Yeah. It's meant to be a frequency, isn't it?
A frequency that makes you shit yourself.
It's quite low.
And I think that all of Jess Sucklin's songs are made with brown noise.
That's why she only releases singles.
She sounds like a goat.
Oh.
And Ellie Goulding, them kinds of songs that could be on baby food adverts or Tampax adverts.
When
they make me want to cry.
When they take a happy song and they get a breathless or breathy woman to sing it to give it like a sinister edge.
Or when you go to like one of them, like you go down to, I don't know, the Baltic, all them bars where it's like the people behind the bar all look like they're in Peaky Blinders and they'll have an acoustic artist on. And they're like, it'll be like Holiday by Madonna, which is like one of the best pop songs ever written. And there'd be some like torture going, holiday. Bring, bing, bing. Say if we took a holiday. And you're just like, oh, fuck off, you.
Where are you going on
I'm
holiday,
going to
love?
smash that guitar over your head.
You going to Pontins?
Yeah.
Because that's the noise that makes.
I do not like.
I hate that. I really do.
I just can't. I don't know if I'll ever be able to move on from the fact that you
know.
liked Ed Sheeran.
Listen, I'm working on myself.
Things.
I'm trying to be better, and I'm hoping that the viewers will stay with us. I just thought I'd like to apologise to you first and foremost.
Thank you.
My family.
Apology not accepted.
I'd like to apologise to everyone watching. My wife's helping me through this difficult time, and I just want to take a bit of time away from the spotlight.
You should do press conferences at the front step. It's something that we're going to work through together.
We're stronger than we've ever been.
Thank you for your time in this series, in this sad time for the family.
Can I tell you something about white noise?
Go on.
I was in a band when I was younger. I was like 18. We did a tour, we did 3 European tours supporting Napalm Death, which is a random sentence. Yeah, it was crazy. But we're on this boss proper.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you do that or do you do that?
Oh, don't do that because that's like phone, isn't it? Or like surfers.
Oh,
I do the rock one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just in case I ever get caught short again.
It's for those listening. Kate's doing the sort of telephone thing with her hand,
so
or the
thumb
metal
and
sign.
little finger with the 3 fingers bent over in the middle.
That is what I do.
But the medal sign is the.
My friend said he'd invented a new sex move, which was called the Vulcan. And if you're only listening, sorry. So what was I talking about? White noise. So yeah, so I'm 18. I'm on tour in my band with Napalm Death for the first time. We're going around Germany, and we're on this John Denver style double-decker tour bus with bunks on and living rooms, and it's proper full on. It's unbelievable. I still can't believe we did it so long ago now. And we loved smoking weed back in the day when we were younger. We just all loved it. We were in Germany and we got this big bag of this like hardcore weed. And we were just absolutely webbed off it. And then we were crossing the border, I think into Austria, or it must have been Austria. And the border control's meant to be dead tough. And it was like 3 a.m. Everyone's in bed except our band, and we're just up stoned, and we're like, we've got to hide this weed. We can't throw it away. We've got to hide it. We've got to hide it because they might come on with dogs. So we wrapped it up in foil. We shoved it in a can of like Stella, and then we put like other cans around it. We sat there for ages, cleaned up all the Rizzlers, cleaned up everything, threw stuff out the window. I'd
have been more suspicious if I was customs that I went on a bus full of like lads who were in bands and it was spotless. I'd have been
I know, something's afoot here. But then we sat there for about 10 minutes going, they will never know a thing. And then someone said, we better turn the telly off. And the telly was on like full volume with just like dead loud white noise. And we're all sitting there going, they won't suspect a single thing. And it was clearly we weren't sound of mental state. But yeah, brown noise is something that the search continues. I don't know if it's actually real or whether it's just a myth.
Can someone tell us if it's happened to them or someone they know?
Oh, and if you have, how do you respond? Because if someone just plays brown noise at you, what do? Do you run away? You just put your fingers in your ears?
What?
You put your fingers somewhere else?
I'm going to be out there and say, we've all been in a situation where we've gone, oh my God, I need the toilet immediately. Could we have been exposed to brown noise without even realising it?
Maybe.
Do you believe there are aliens on Earth?
And they're
and they are like dolphins or like jellyfish. Or, do you know what I mean? There's no way we can know that they're not.
No. They're trying to
They've been living amongst us.
Civilization by
Bullington
infecting us with brown noise. What about other noises? What about green noise to make you wee-wee?
Is that one?
I don't know. Maybe it is. I've just made that up. Or like white noise. White noise could make us all lactate.
White noise is a thing though, isn't it?
White noise is a thing, actually, yeah.
That's the one I got confused with.
White noise.
Did I say white noise before? Yeah.
I think brown noise is like a really low frequency. If that's it.
I feel like that frequency it wouldn't be a high pitched one.
No. Or maybe it is just a lighthouse family.
I feel like it would a low noise would resonate with me bowels. Yeah, the lighthouse family.
We could be lifting. Do you need any toilet paper? If aliens did come to the Earth, what do you think how do you think they could infiltrate us, and how do you think they could? Would they live amongst us, or would they just come down and like would it be like War of the Worlds? Would they just come down and just land and just start blowing stuff up?
Well, I just think that we're looking for the wrong thing, because as humans, we like to humanize everything.
Yeah.
We humanize faces in a light switch, or like animals we try and put a human characteristic on everything.
The man in the moon, even.
How do we know that an alien isn't just like invisible? And we haven't seen them, and they're here.
Or a
watching
form
us,
that we can't even comprehend.
going, what the fuck, you knobheads?
These microphones right now could be from the planet. Microphone.
They could be in radio waves.
Well, yeah. Or they could be
Maybe
just...
Putin's an alien. He looks like an alien.
He does look a bit... Yeah, he does look like he's from off-world.
Have you seen that picture of people who look like Putin throughout history?
No. Oh, yes. I have
It's
seen
mad.
some of them, yeah. Like he's lived forever. Like
he's
Highlander.
lived forever, but it's because he's just got them very distinguishable Slavic features.
He has, yeah.
That everybody from that part of the world, from the same like kind of area has. But it's like as though he's lived... It's like that fake photograph of the fella using a mobile phone in like when JFK got shot in the photograph.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
I love stuff like that. I used to collect PG tips cards that were all about mysteries of the world, and it was stuff like that.
Sam, every time you talk about things you did when you were young, I just feel like you get cooler and cooler.
I still can't work out why I wasn't just dripping in girlfriends.
You were Rover of the Week. You collected PG tips cards. You got the Beano and the Dandy delivered.
Why weren't all the girls just queuing up, knocking on my door? Hey, Sammy!
All the paedophiles were queuing up instead.
They used to sort me out.
He's ripe for the picking, this one.
He's naive as fuck, and look at that arse.
And you got an ass that don't quit.
I was saying to Rachel the other day, she was doing the washing up, and I was in the kitchen. I was putting some washing away, and I was listening to I put some jazz on, but the wrong jazz came on. The wrong jazz is terrible. Jazz is like, some people hate jazz, and I can totally understand why. I like upbeat, like happy jazz. But this was like that kind of like Private Dick jazz. It sounded like Naked Gun. So I started...
sound like you expected the femme fatale to come in and...
Yeah. I started talking like I was in one of those...
Put 2 ciggies in the mouth and light them both.
Exactly. I started saying stuff like, so Rachel's doing the washing up, and I'm going, she was the kind of woman who used to like to rinse before she dried. And then I just went into Naked Gun. She was the kind of woman who made you want to sink down to your knees and thank God you were a man. Which is just one of the best lines in a film.
With the kids like that. What are you talking about, Dad?
Yeah, that sounds really exotic. Rachel just gave me a dirty look.
Hey, what's your favourite film from when you were a kid?
Superman 2.
Is that the one with Gene Hackman in?
He's in all of them.
Oh, the one with Richard Pryor in?
No, that's Superman 3, which I also like.
Yeah, I like that one.
Superman 2 is the one with General Zod.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, because General Zod is an alien, as Superman is, comes to Earth, fights Superman, gets real on humanity's ass.
Is he at the beginning of that one? Is that where they're floating in space, or does that happen at the end when they're put into the panes of glass? Which that seems like a dangerous thing to do. Meteorites everywhere.
The beginning. So no, that's at the beginning of Superman 1. They get put in the
and
Phantom
then the beginning
zone,
of
and then
Superman 2.
They break out because he throws a lift into space with a nuclear weapon in that explodes.
Yeah, so it's a bad idea to put your intergalactic aliens inside a pane of glass.
You need it. We don't
something
even know
more substantial.
Wasn't even, you buy one, you get one free, double glazing.
Storm Marwin took glass out, so it's not how it's going to cope with
supernatural beings.
Yeah, General Zod and his cohorts.
General Zod talks like you'd expect a villain from outer space to talk at the beginning. Yeah. So he talks like this.
It's bad. It's cultural. It's like you got to be really posh or like German.
It's the wars in it though. Second World War, First World War, and all the colonial shit we did. We are the villains, and the Germans are the villains to us. But he comes down and he's like, "Show me the son of Jor-El. Where is son of Jor-El?" And then he gets angry. What's his name? Trent
Stamp.
Darby. No.
Terence
Stamp. And then he loses his rag and he goes, "Where is this Superman?" And then he just goes all cockney. "Where the fuck Superman? Yeah. Where is he? The slag."
Yeah. If he'd just come in the first place and go, "Show me the son of Jor-El." Where is he? He got to be here somewhere, isn't he?
You're having a giraffe.
Oh, cosmic.
I'm going to cut him.
My favourite film is The Goonies.
It's a great
Still.
film. Great film.
It's my all-time fave.
It's a brilliant film. I am considering showing that to me kids.
Oh, why haven't you?
Because I'm trying to show me kids all the films that I loved as a kid. Because there's something about growing up, you want to impart your happy memories on your kids. The Goonies is one of them. Superman 2 is one of them. I'm kind of waiting for the right moment. I don't want to show them too early in case they don't enjoy it. What age do you think for the Goonies?
I think 6, 7, maybe, yeah. Any time from now, really. So when Sam was little, we used to go to the video shop.
Oh, yeah.
To Mal's video shop.
Love that.
I still see Mal now, but he used to have a video shop by where I live. And on a hot day,
Do you mean his video shop's not
he'd
open
sit
anymore?
outside in his denim shorts and just sunbathe till people come and got videos, right?
Wow.
And so we'd go, and it got to a stage where we'd go, and we'd either always, because I'd be like, on a Saturday, or I'd pick whatever video you want, we'll watch it tonight, we'll have snacks, blah, blah, blah. And it was either be the Goon, because I showed the Goonies to me, loved it. He watched E.T. and he had a breakdown at the end, and I was like, why are you crying? He was going, I don't know, but he's probably a little bit too little to watch it. He loved Adam Sandler films, but he used to religiously get the Goonies or Jumanji.
Oh, yeah.
I could narrate Jumanji. We watched it so many times. The original one with Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The newer ones are good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we loved all that. It was good.
Oh, it's great.
And then there was this lad by ours who was like, used to be out of a weekend on all kinds. And then, and Malu at the video shop was also an auxiliary nurse in the hospital. And this night, this lad's got taken into hospital because he's had a tablet and just like gone off his tits. And then he was on the bed and he looked up and saw Mal pushing him and he was like going, I still got your Titanic.
Are you going to find me for not rewinding it?
And it reminded Mal of that story the other week and he was laughing his head off.
That's boss. Video shops. I miss video shops. And I know they're not relevant anymore. But you know what I miss about them most? The fact that you go there, you'd spend time picking a film. That was, you know.
And then you'd see it through.
You'd see it through. You'd watch it. When I was a kid, in the summer holidays, we'd get a video out. We'd give it back the next day. We'd watch it 4 times.
Yeah.
We'd watch it twice the first day, twice the second day.
The trailers.
The trailers on videos, yeah. Yeah. They were brilliant.
I loved it.
And then you'd have a day off sick, and then you go to the video shop and get some
Oh, I loved the
videos.
video shop.
I used to love it.
And you'd get some sweets and you'd go home and it'd be like a big thing. When we first got a video, right, a video player in like 1982, right, and it was
That's
like...
early, that.
It was like, I think my mum paid about £600
It was so expensive.
from Radio Rentals. And it was like the Starship Enterprise. It was a top loader. So you press the buttons for the things and it'd go for ages.
Yeah.
Brown noise was all shit ourselves now. And then you'd have to like, and if you got a video from the video shop and someone hadn't rewound it,
oh, God.
well, that set you back about half an hour, didn't it?
That ruined your night.
And then it had this like digital display in the front in green, bright green. And my granddad was so paranoid that we get broken into for somebody to rob the video that he made this big wooden plinth that he used to put over it across it overnight.
That's golden, innit?
But me nan, we used to have a video shop around the corner. And me nan used to say, okay, well, you can watch scary films, but only on a Sunday. Because it's like, it's not the least scary day of the week.
Jesus will protect you.
And we watch like Poltergeist and Friday the 13th. And Poltergeist shit me up.
They are scary.
I'm bad with horror films. I can't watch them.
Yeah, they're scary. They are scary. But those video players, the big top-loading ones, that gave it a sense of gravitas, didn't it?
Yeah.
We're watching a movie now. And it was the closest thing to going to the cinema because films came out and then they wouldn't come out on video for several years.
Yeah,
and
longer,
then they wouldn't be on the telly for another couple of years.
But now a film comes out and it streams on Netflix the following week.
Well, I went to see Back to the Future 2 at the cinema. 1989 or 1990 that came out. And then I remember having me school lunch the next day and telling some lad at school, I've just been to see Back to the Future 2. It's amazing. Are you going to go and see it? And he said, no, I'm going to wait till it comes on a telly. I was like, mate, you're going to be about 60? Because that was back in the day when it was just...
So before like everyone had videos, right, by ours, there was a little church hall, St. Joey's, right? And there used to be a fella who could get all the videos on pirate and it'd be like, oh, they're not even out in America yet and you know, you can borrow them off me for 20p ago. So this day someone said, oh, E.T.'s on in St. Joey's Club. E.T. hadn't even been out in the pictures. We were like,
Wow.
what? We were all kids. So we all went down and it was a tiny, tiny screen with a big white crackle across the middle. We all paid 20p each to watch this really shit copy of E.T.
My God.
I still couldn't tell you what happens in E.T. until about 25 years later.
Yeah.
Because that was the one, and everyone's going, oh, what a film.
I think, and I was going to say this as a joke, but I think it might be true. I think I saw the same copy because it was around about the same time my auntie got this copy of E.T.
Yeah.
And the entire family piled into her house and we watched it on this little telly that was probably this smaller than an iPad, the screen. And you couldn't see, and the sound was atrocious. You couldn't even hear. It's just like, what's going on?
But it was good because you got to watch stuff that you probably would never have gone the pictures to see, even as an adult. But because like the video shop would have ran out of all the films that were out, so you'd ended up watching all like mad stuff.
Yeah.
Or you'd get like, I remember us renting Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, wow.
I think we watched it about 25 times. And we'd get all the Mel Brooks films.
Oh, God, love them.
Which were brilliant.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And then the early Steve Martin films were always really good.
The Man with Two Brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, love all that
And
stuff.
Stir Crazy was a good one, wasn't it?
Stir Crazy's brilliant.
I always remember watching that on video the first time going, oh, this is the best film I've ever
Oh,
seen
God.
in my life.
The chemistry between Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder was just amazing, wasn't it? They did about four films together. Really
They
good.
weren't even that close, though, in real life. It's mad, that, isn't it?
I know. But me and you hate each other as well. We do this podcast, so
I mean, especially since the revelation of Ed Sheeran. Literally.
He was in a movie, wasn't he? Was he?
That about the lad who invents all the Beatles songs.
Was he in that?
Yeah.
Did he play himself?
Played himself.
Oh no! Of
I
all the
know.
people to play.
Imagine that was his one chance not to be Ed Sheeran. He was like,
True.
nah, I'll play myself.
No, I'll play myself. Yeah, you need to be the villain.
God, lad, that short opportunity.
I used to live on Smithdown Road, which is a part of Liverpool, and there was a couple of streets away from us. There was about 15 video shops and tanning salons, and the video shops never cared if you took the videos back, and it became quite clear after a while.
They were money laundering.
They were just money laundering. So
well, that's what the sunbed shops were as well.
Yeah,
because they couldn't have made that much money when it was like it was £3 for 9 minutes.
Yeah, they're all empty as well.
Yeah. Now the new money laundering ones are the milkshake shops. I think milkshake and waffles.
Oh, yeah, or nail bars. What about nail bars?
bars?
Or have I just been watching too much Breaking
I'll tell you
Bad?
what, if you want to make money, open a nail bar.
Really?
The one I go to is never empty.
Is
ever.
it expensive?
Yeah.
Could I get my nails done, like as a man? Like what? What
would you? What would you do?
I don't know. What are the options?
I mean,
I don't want to get them painted, but could I get them like what's shellac?
well, that's like getting them painted
Oh,
with
right.
like permanent nail varnish.
Oh right, I don't want that.
No.
Just get one done. Can I just get
Couldn't
one
you
done on my
Go
middle?
and get a little manicure.
Manicure?
The way they are is fine.
I know. I just feel like
You know what's weird when lads
I like-
play the guitar and they grow the fingernails on one hand.
Oh, that's or just on the thumb.
Oh God.
Oh no, they look weird.
Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it looks horrible. That.
When I was in college, we did like part of our course was music, and I wanted to do drums, but we all got asked to learn the guitar, which it was really fucking hard. I couldn't do it. But the man who used to come in on a Wednesday afternoon to teach us guitar was this guy called Steve Linder.
Was he hot?
And he looked like Cliff Richards and dressed like Cliff Richards.
Old
He had,
Cliff
like-
Richard or current
Like
Cliff Richard?
80s Cliff. So he'd have like
Oh.
the slim jeans and then the white grandad shirt and a leather waistcoat. And his hair was dyed to fuck. And it was all like coiffed and all like blow
brilliant.
dried. And we all had to have an acoustic guitar, and he taught us to play. The first song he taught us to play was Horse With No Name, because it's 2 chords and you just do that with your fingers up and down. And it was like, and
Yeah.
I was like, this song's shit. That's
This
not what
shit.
I haven't signed up to guitar to learn to play Horse With
I've
No
never
Name.
got into Neil Young at all. Was that Neil Young?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. It was someone else, I think. Anyway, then for the showcase, yeah, we had to do I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Has Gone. But every Wednesday afternoon when we had guitar lessons, me and my mate Diana just go to the pub
Oh,
and then just spend all Wednesday afternoon in the pub and then get the college bus home rat-arsed.
that's more rock and roll.
So then by the time the showcase come and we were like, yeah, we don't know how to play this. And he went, well, you just sit at the back and mime playing the guitar.
And is that where
as
Pepsi
long
and
as you-
Shirley, your
as long-
Pepsi and
yeah.
Shirley lie came from?
Yeah. And we just had to sing and just be like, so the strings are there and we're like that. I can see clearly now. And as we walked off the stage, he went, you both failed. And we were like, that's fine. we kind of knew.
Yeah, we knew that when we didn't do the thing you'd asked us to do, and we were a bit pissed. I failed my GCSE French, and I think I failed IT as well. And they were like, I remember going to get my GCSE results, and they were the two, like, they said, oh, you've definitely passed these two. And like the first one I went up to and I went, yeah, just check on me results for me French. And they went, yeah, you got a U. I was like, oh, right. Is that French for B? No, it's a U. You shit. I was terrible. I was terrible. I'd love to learn a language though. I'd love to learn Chinese.
Would you?
Yeah.
No.
It seems like a really intense, fun language to learn. And I think then I could move to Asia and capitalize with my business.
I got a B in French, and then I started A level. And then I went to uni, having not got the A level in French, and did a combined degree. And one of the modules was French. I didn't even have an A level, and they were just like making me read novels in French, and I was just like,
"That's too much.
This is a step too far for little old Kate."
I think I've blagged myself out of control here. Yeah, I've never really applied myself. There's loads of things I say I'd love to be able to do that, but would I? Because I don't want to put the work in. I just want to be able to click my fingers and do it.
Yeah, I'm like that with a lot of things. Yeah. I want instant results with no work.
No effort.
No effort.
No disappointments, just like Neo in the Matrix. Just
when you put on your CV, you don't have to do this because you have been a comedian. So you don't really have that kind of, but this job that I'm doing now, so I've got on my CV that I am a French speaker, right? And no joke, I can make me way. I can tell a waiter that my dinner's not hot enough.
That's good.
I'm
good
all
if
right
you're in the library, that, innit?
I'm all right in a fruit and veg shop or a baker's or a boucherie. You know what I mean? I'm not there going to be hosting French news night, put it that way. So when I was in my interview and me current boss, he was looking at my CV and he went right through from like when I left school, and I was like, I'm in my 40s, and he seems to be going quite in depth into like my background. So he's looking at it was like sort of like along the lines. So I can see you did your 25 meters swimming certificate when you were 10, and but it was that's how far back he went. So he
still goes to brownies, Kate.
But I walked into this place for this interview, right, and I was like, this is posh in here. I'm not going to get this job. So I've got nothing to lose yet, and like I don't think they'll employ me. So not invention, not gains. Also, I had a broken leg, so I had a really bad limp because I'd just come out of plaster, and I had an eye infection. So hobbled in like a pirate, like this. So I'm in the interview. He's looking at my CV and he goes, all right, so I can see that you speak French. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to get this job. And he went, I can see you speak French. And I just went, oui. Right? And he just went, oh yeah, so when did you, how was that come about? I went, oh no, I just really I had to play for it in school, and I feel like I can get by in France. I can understand it. I can speak a bit. So I'd say I'm an intermediate French speaker. And he was like, all right, great. And then he just carries on, and I'm thinking he knows he's going, she's bullshit and this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I actually could be. I'm all right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what left and right is. So I'm just like going, it's all right, because he might not believe me, but it doesn't matter that he doesn't believe me, because in my head I didn't have the job anyway. So I was like, it's okay, It's no big deal. Anyway, as I left, he went, okay, well, we'll be in touch with you if you get through to the next interview. And I went, okay. And then as I walked out, like with me squint and me little limp, and I went, au revoir, and walked out. And I was just going, what the fuck is the matter with me? So then when they phoned him, me like, she'll come back for a second interview, and I was like, oh, I feel ashamed. They're going to be like that girl who says au revoir at the end of an interview. Why would they invite me back? But I got the job.
Did they have all like French food set out for you?
The man playing accordion at the front door. I cycled in with my garlic around me neck.
I just remember the Pompidou Centre. I seem to remember that, learning about that in Tricolore.
Oh, Tricolore.
Où est le Pompidou Centre? And also, when I was in France with Rachel, she can speak French a little bit and I can't. And I was just trying to converse with the waiter. And at one point, I ended up saying, my name is Swimming Pool.
Well, do you know...
And he looked at me like, it's not, is it?
Oh.
So I just got her to order.
When I went to Paris with Mick, I was able to... We got this meal, and it was like... Because we were like just bad tourist dickheads. I did not like Paris at all. Never felt more like I was going to get murdered and trafficked in my life. And we stayed on probably, there's lots of streets in France where you can get like a nice baguette, a reproduction of the Mona Lisa and a blowjob all on the same street. It was like that. It's that mad there. But we were in this restaurant and I was able to say, oh no, it's too cold. And he went off and heated up. Mick was like,
oh, that's impressive.
Because I thought I was like a bit of a G, do you know what I mean, in Paris with me school, like entry-level French, because I wrote red tricolore. But when I was in school, they give us all French pen pals. And I wrote to my pen pal.
I remember that.
And the teacher said, so before you send the letter off in your airmail envelopes, part avion, I need to check your letter. And then he went to me, you should be okay, because I was good at French. And I just sent my letter off. And the girl was called Emmanuelle something. And she lived in Avignon, right? So I wrote, I was like, oh yeah, my name is Katie. I live in Liverpool in the northwest of England. I've got no brothers and sisters. But in French, to say you're an only child, you don't say, I have no brothers and sisters. You say, I am an only child. And the French for that is, je suis une fille unique. I am a one girl. And instead of writing that, I was about 14, I wrote, j'ai une fille unique, which meant I have one girl.
Oh, God.
So this girl got this letter in French of some little Kirby head going, yeah, I live in Liverpool and I've got a daughter and I'm 40. And I showed it, and he went, you're not going to get a reply. And I was like, oh, why not? He's like, because you basically told her you're a single 14-year-old mum with a daughter. And I was like, oh, well, fair dues. I wouldn't write back either.
What must she have thought of Kirby? What must she have thought?
Just propagating that.
That stereotype. That same passport, not passport, pen pal thing, we used to, like, you could choose what country and what age and what gender the people were going to be. You didn't always get it. And every lad in my class, we were all 11. And we all ticked 18-year-old Swedish girls. And nobody wrote back.
Oh, I had one in Malaysia as well. She's a bit needy though. The first letter she sent was about 7 pages long. And I was like,
no, it's not
ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's keep it casual, baby.
Yeah, I've got boys to next.
I've got a girl, you know. I'm 14, I'm a mother.
I've got a daughter there. Needs minding. It's time to be writing to Malaysia.
Last week you told us about the song that you wrote for Mick.
Right.
Would you like to share that with the listeners? It was a Valentine's Day piece,
it was a Valentine's Day show, and we were talking about writing stuff. And now we'd fix Valentine's Day by you've got to write your own poem. And I said that I'd written a poem for Mick, but it was to the music of my favourite things off The Sound of Music, which, as we know, I am a huge fan of the musical. So I'm going to do a little rendition for you now. Please, no record contract offers. I just haven't got the time.
No, and okay. You want to stay indie, don't you? You don't want to be...
Yeah, okay, stay true to me here. Okay.
You don't sell out.
Just bit cheese, but I'm going to do it.
Do it.
All right, and put me dress down. So,
do you want me to give you an intro?
I don't think there is one because she speaks at the beginning of it.
Well, I could speak.
Go on.
I don't know I could just say, ladies and gentlemen, taking us out for the show tonight.
Yeah. Seeing us out.
Seeing us home. Katie Tracey.
I try and sing it like Maria, even though I'm more Mother Superior or Captain Von Trapp, as I said. So my partner is a roofer, and we always joke that he rips off old ladies, and he's going to get left in some wills. This may not be true. It's probably not true, but I like to joke about it just because I'm horrible to him. Hang on, what's happened here? Wait. Okay, so. Raindrops on rooftops and rusty old gutters, falling down fascias and wind damaged shutters, pointing and whizzing, my phone always rings. These are a few of my favourite things. Lovely voice so far, I know you can sing that. Pensioners on my case all the bastard times. Minge bags wanting advice, clogging my line. I charge them extra, I'm pulling the strings. These are a few of my favourite things. When the wind blows, when the rain falls, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my overpriced work, and then I don't feel so bad.
Woo!
Thank you. Tune in to Roofer the Musical, coming soon to theatres. I feel sick singing that.
That was brilliant.
No, do you know what that reminded me of? You know when I told you I hosted the karaoke in the pub?
Oh, yeah.
And I had to sing the first song sober, and I thought I was going to drop dead.
That was great.
Thanks for putting me through that.
You've got a nice voice there.
Haven't I?
Yeah, but I think
Needs work.
your lyrics, you
More
spitting
coupled
rhymes.
up, yeah.
I like it. Good. It's good. So,
Anyway.
So thanks for watching,
Sorry
folks.
to end the show on that, guys.
That's good. You've got to end on a song, haven't you? It's
Hasn't
old-fashioned
it? I know.
showbiz. So
Thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you want us to fix.
or what you want me to sing about next week.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a little bit of pressure now, Sam.
Oh yeah, never mind. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for listening. Leave us some reviews if you enjoyed the show. Tell your friends.
Share us.
We
like
us.
To be shared.
And we do like to be shared around. So please do that.
Sam knows that from all the paedophiles he used to knock when he was a kid.
Yep. I don't know why I said yeah. Then just like it's all fact now. So I've got to go because I'm off to my therapy session, and I've also got a court case that I've got to give.
And I'm going for a fitting for my wimple.
But we'll be back with more next week, folks. Thanks very much.
Bye.